Hello everyone. This is a heartfelt story about James and Diep, two brave souls who overcame life-threatening illness together and ultimately pledged their eternal love in a sweet wedding celebrated amid the radiant lights of Christmas. James and Diep's story is a living testament to the power of love and faith in overcoming every hardship. When Diep was diagnosed with a serious illness, she faced painful and difficult days. Yet she was never alone because James stood by her side, caring for and encouraging her every step of the way. Their love grew deeper, becoming a great source of strength that helped Diep fight her illness. After many challenging months, James proposed successfully, bringing new hope to Diep's life. They decided to hold their wedding on Christmas, a festive season symbolizing life, light, and eternal love. In the warm atmosphere of Christmas, surrounded by twinkling lights and the loving embrace of family and friends, James and Diep exchanged lifelong vows, beginning a new journey filled with faith and hope. If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss our latest videos. Thank you so much for your support. Those past months felt like a never-ending nightmare for James and Diep. Diep, the woman he loved more than anything, was facing a cruel, life-threatening illness. She lay fragile on a pristine white hospital bed in a small, quiet room. Her skin had turned pale and gaunt, her bright eyes dimmed from exhaustion and pain. Each wave of suffering pierced her body like invisible knives, dragging on endless fatigue that no medicine could cure. James never left her side for a single moment. Every morning, the first thing he did was gently hold her delicate hand, looking deep into her tired eyes and whispering words of encouragement as if to give her strength to overcome it all. "You must stay strong, Diep. I will be by your side through every challenge." He never wanted her to endure this fight alone or feel lonely in the face of hardship. Despite the worsening illness and those moments when Diep was too weak to move or speak, James remained devoted, tending to every little detail, changing her bed sheets, massaging her to ease the pain, and most importantly, listening as she shared the simplest stories she loved, pulling her back to life even if just for a fleeting moment. One night, in the quiet darkness of the hospital, James awoke to the sound of Diep's labored breathing. He immediately grasped her hand, pressed his forehead to hers, and softly soothed her to calm her fears. He understood these moments were the hardest, but he never let her feel alone. Day by day, the pain gnawed at Diep, and she visibly grew thinner. James would quietly sit beside her, watching the once radiant woman now fragile as a leaf in a storm. But inside him, hope never dimmed. He believed in miracles, believed that love could overcome even death's grasp. Then one late autumn afternoon, as the weak sunlight filtered through the hospital window and cast a pale golden glow on Diep's frail face, James finally opened a small box he had carefully kept for weeks. Inside lay a simple silver ring, a symbol of his eternal promise to her. Diep, James's voice trembled but was filled with resolve. I know these past days have been so hard on you. I have seen your pain and weakness, but I believe we can overcome everything. Will you marry me? I want to be the one by your side for the rest of our lives." Tears welled in Diep's eyes, rolling down her gaunt cheeks. She couldn't speak, but she nodded softly, a silent affirmation of deep love and faith in the future, despite the challenges ahead. James held her hand tightly, feeling her fragile warmth, precious beyond words. In that peaceful moment, the gentle chime of the wind bell in the hallway rang out, a soothing melody, as if offering comfort and blessings for the couple beginning to find light within the darkness. This was more than a simple proposal. It was James's steadfast vow that no matter what hardships life threw their way, he would always be the steadfast harbor for Diep, a life partner to walk beside her through every step of the journey. From that moment on, a new hope ignited in James's heart, a hope for peaceful days ahead, a hope for a miracle to restore Diep's health, so they could build a bright, love-filled future together. After that deeply emotional proposal, Diep felt a strange new strength awakened by James's love. Although her body was still weak and the illness hadn't yet loosened its grip, she decided she wouldn't let the disease steal her chance to live fully and happily with the man she loved. Her mind began to think about the future, about things she once thought lost, now suddenly clear and vivid before her. The very next day, with a voice still fragile but filled with overflowing joy, Diep called her family. Her voice over the phone was like a beam of light dispelling the long clouds of worry. I want to share happy news with everyone. James and we're engaged." On the other end, her mother burst into tears of joy, and her father was speechless, overwhelmed with happiness. After months of worry, longing, and uncertain hope, they finally received the blessing they had been waiting for. Diep's family immediately began planning a simple yet warm wedding, set to take place during Christmas, a season full of lights and love. James quickly jumped into preparations. Every small detail, from invitations and outfits to little gifts for the guests, was carefully chosen and prepared by his own hands. Every step of the process felt like building a real-life fairy tale made just for the two of them. Though Diep's health wasn't yet fully recovered, she still made every effort to join James in family meetings, dress fittings, and decorating the wedding venue. Happiness seeped into every breath she took, pushing the pain momentarily to the background. Days passed by, and James counted down eagerly to the big day. He gazed at Diep, this brave woman who always smiled despite fighting against death itself. His love for her was deeper than ever, and he knew that this love was the miracle that had saved both their lives. Every night before sleeping, James prayed for Diep's health to improve, hoping they could live together fully like any ordinary couple. He wished that the coming Christmas wouldn't just mark the day they officially became husband and wife, but also the start of a new chapter filled with hope and happiness. In James's heart, every day of waiting, no matter how hard, felt lighter when he thought about the moment he would hold Diep's hand walking down the aisle, promising her the sweetest vows. He believed that with love, all hardships would turn into beautiful memories, and challenges would only make their bond stronger. Then Christmas finally arrived, the season of celebration, reunion, and miracles. But for James and Diep, that Christmas held a meaning deeper than ever before. It wasn't just a holiday, it was the happiest day of their lives, the day they officially became husband and wife, continuing to write their love story filled with miracles and hope. Finally, Christmas Day arrived, bringing with it the crisp chill of winter and the lively atmosphere of the festive season. This day felt even more sacred and warm as James and Diep stepped into the most important moment of their lives. Early that morning, gentle sunlight streamed through the window, illuminating the small room where Diep was preparing for her makeup. Her soft hair was loosely tied back, and on her face was a radiant smile mixed with nervous excitement, a blend of joy, hope, and moments of quiet reflection. James had arrived early and stood just outside the bride's room, dressed sharply in his suit, eyes never leaving the door. A flood of emotions, nervousness, excitement, and overwhelming love washed over him. All the months of waiting, caring, and battling hardships alongside Diep played vividly like a movie in his mind. He knew not everyone could face such fierce challenges with their loved one and still reach this beautiful moment. The wedding was held in a cozy, intimate space adorned with soft yellow lights, fragrant fresh flowers, and shimmering candles. The gentle Christmas music mingled with the happy chatter of family and friends. Everyone gathered to witness the sincere love and resilience of the couple. As the music swelled, Diep took slow, graceful steps down the aisle, wearing a pure white wedding gown like an angel in the cold winter. Her eyes searched and then rested on James, standing there with a warm smile and a tender gaze. Every step she took carried memories, sweet moments, and the many challenges they had overcome together. James held Diep's hand, feeling the warmth radiate between them, silently promising that no matter what, he would always be by her side, protecting and loving her forever. The soft music continued to play, blending into an atmosphere filled with love and hope. Their vows were spoken with deep sincerity, moving everyone to tears. James promised to be Diep's steadfast support, to face all hardships with her, and to care for her for the rest of their lives. Diep vowed to stand by James, building a home filled with love and happiness together. After the ceremony, a small reception took place in a warm atmosphere filled with laughter and loving stories. Family and friends raised their glasses to toast the newlyweds, wishing them health, happiness, and a lifetime of togetherness. In those moments, Diep leaned on James's shoulder, feeling the safety and stability she had always longed for. All pain and fatigue seemed to fade, replaced by love and faith. She knew that even though illness still loomed ahead, she was no longer alone. James whispered in her ear, "I will always be by your side, every day, every moment. We will write our story together, with unwavering faith and endless love. Their story was not just a simple love tale but a resilient journey of two hearts refusing to give up on fate. That Christmas wedding became a symbol of love's power, hope, and the miracles that can happen even in the toughest circumstances. The Christmas lights outside the window shone brightly as if sending blessings and promises from the festive season. Each day for James and Diep would be a new day filled with joy, love, and fierce vitality. They began their new life with radiant hearts, ready to face the challenges ahead with strong spirits because they had each other, the most precious thing, an eternal flame in their hearts. The story of James and Diep truly left a deep impression on me. It's not just a romantic tale, but a powerful testament to the strength of genuine love and resilience in the face of adversity. The way James stood by Diep during her most difficult days battling a serious illness showed a quiet sacrifice and rare loyalty. Their love was not weakened by pain but strengthened through trials. The moment they chose to marry on Christmas Day, amid the cold of winter yet surrounded by light, symbolized hope and happiness born from the heart. This story made me believe that no matter how hard life gets, with someone who truly loves and walks with you, you can overcome anything. It's a narrative that not only touches the heart but also powerfully inspires faith, love, and the courage to keep going. James and Diep's journey reminds us that true love is not measured by perfect moments, but by how deeply people are willing to hold on and fight for each other in the darkest times. It's a beautiful, emotional story that I won't soon forget.